This time. Oh, it's going. It's going. It's going. We are alive. And you're on a beach somewhere.
And I am on the beach.
If fucking only, right?
Coming to you live from Cabo.
Way the hell away from the dumpster fire that this country is right now.
Yeah. That's
Well, do you remember
right.
the text I sent you when news of the leak broke?
No, maybe.
I said get ready.
I'm not sure what's going on.
I said get ready. They're going to set the country on fire again. So before we get rolling here, and I'm probably going to reiterate this a couple of times during the post, I am completely and fully aware that we are two dudes. This is not, even though I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit, we are not talking about the merits of abortion. We are talking about the leak. We're talking about the leak.
Now, if we have any opinions on this, it's at the end of the day our opinion.
Yes, I do not ever presume to be correct. I have some views, particularly if I'm asked, I'm happy to give them, but I always temper it with the fact that the whole reason that this is controversial is because there are no, whether from complete moral bankruptcy on the part of some people, or just the fact that there are no clear-cut answers to some of the really big questions. And by clear-cut answers, I mean, yes, everyone's got an opinion, but there is no de facto standard that all sides could agree to. We have yet to answer some key questions, but that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about the fact that for the first time in the history of the United States, a draft decision from the Supreme Court was leaked to the media. Now, I have my conspiracy theory as to who's responsible. Sotomayor. I'm sorry. Something must be... Sotomayor. I think she leaked it. Or at least one of her staffers did. And I think she's a justice.
Definitely did.
What?
Is she a Democrat?
Oh, yeah. She was appointed under the Obama administration.
Okay. Not that matters, just information.
Well, I mean, a Democrat president was more than likely going to appoint a liberal judge, so is what is the same way Trump. I mean, Trump definitely appointed conservative justices.
Right.
And go ahead.
No, I was going to say we've been missing for quite a few weeks. There's a reason. Not that's really anyone's business, but we've had him on the podcast several times, and he's our good friend. Ben, the referee, passed away. Not gonna any details of it because that's none of your business.
Well, but
So yes, we've been dealing with that and just everything like that. Losing a good friend. And we've been trying to put together a podcast in his honor and just talk about him, but everyone's busy and it just keeps falling through. But regardless, I wanted to say something about him on here, and mention that we miss our friend and he meant a lot to us. Been the referee.
Yep.
And he had his own channel and he was on Jake's channel all the time. So it sucks, but. Life happens to people. Take care of yourself and definitely reach out to loved ones because you never know when they can come on.
Well, and then while we're on the subject too, a couple of announcements for those who may not know. If you watch down the middle, you know this, but we are officially retiring the All Events Welcome Championship because Ben was
will remain the champion
for eternity because not only was he the only 3-time champion in history, he was also the longest reigning, and he was holding it at the time of his death. So we felt that it was only... And actually, I had it in my head. It was going to be retired anyway, because if he had managed to pull through, I was going to retire it anyway, because how could you beat that? But in his honor, it is... Now, there is going to be a new championship. The belt has already been designed. That will be debuted somewhat soon. I don't want to do it too soon, but the Average Intelligence Championship will debut coming soon, and it's going to be a real belt this time.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
It's the first. Nice. It's the first anyone's hearing of it.
And we have a lot to announce. Actually, do we want to go? That
sounds like the perfect segue to the sponsor of tonight's video.
Tonight's sponsor is
OMG.
OMG CBD. That is the new name of my company. Well, it's not my company; it's my wife's.
It's for all you. It's for all you.
Representing us tonight.
It's for all you stoners out there, man.
Organic medicinal goods, and that's what the OMG stands for. So, OMG CBD, 935 2nd Street, Columbus, Indiana.
So you obviously didn't. You obviously didn't see the plug that I butchered on the Down the Middle podcast. Because midway through it, I completely forgot what the M in OMG stood for.
Organic
I thought it. Okay, so here's what happened. I thought it was medicinal, but I wasn't sure because I had it pulled up. I had it all ready so that I had like something to go off of when I plugged it. But then Facebook reloaded right when I opened it up. So I was like, oh shit. Stupid. I think I salvaged it, but anyway.
It's all right. It's all right.
So yes, if you want to,
the thing, and I sometimes I butcher it.
If you want to get your fix, check out OMG CBD, the company that is there.
If you have pain, or you can't sleep. There are plenty of different types of tincture, and there's also pipes and fun stuff that a lot of the people on that side like. So
it's for tobacco, though.
No, you have to have a license for that.
Oh well, fuck me.
And
all right.
No, she actually wanted to stray away from that because I was saying, why don't you do a vape shop too? And she said no. I don't want to deal with nicotine.
I don't blame her.
And I was like, honestly, no, because it's. I mean, at the end of the day, nicotine is a worse drug.
Because that shit actually kills people.
Yeah, right. And it's like you don't even have to like weed or CBD or pot or whatever you want to call any of it. You don't have to like any of it, but at the end of the day, it's not dangerous. The worst thing it's going to do is ramp up your food bill and this inflation.
I mean, case in point right here. I have zero interest in cannabis in any way, shape, or form. But
yet you support it.
Oh, 100%. But also, obviously before the store opened, Sasha had hooked me up with some of those CBD gummies to help me sleep.
Yep, for sleep.
Holy fucking shit. It was a CBD melatonin blend. It was fucking phenomenal. And they tasted good too.
She's working on getting ones just like that, but they're actually a little more potent. And they're not like the high potent, but just more potent to help you sleep even deeper.
Oh, I don't know.
And it's not actually, and it actually omits the melatonin, and that's a different blend. But the thing is, because apparently, melatonin is very beneficial, but only if you have a sleep circadian rhythm issue.
Which I think is my issue.
It's not hard to fall out of that. You stay awake certain times, and then other days you go to bed early, and then yeah, that's definitely your issue. I'm pretty on time. It's either 1 or 2 a.m. and then.
Well, one more.
Or 11.
Yeah. One more quick announcement, and then we'll get into what people will start lighting torches and marching on us for. The other
a lot of announcements in this one.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff, and some of this is brand spanking new. Because I've touched on it before, and the horror podcast is imminent. It's coming, which is also in honor of Ben, because the plan was Ben was going to be co-host of that. But his original co-host, as well as another mutual friend of ours, are taking the helm on that. And so there will be more concrete details coming for that, but it is imminent. We will have a horror-themed podcast as part of our little network. There, I thought you froze that time.
No, I was trying not to sneeze.
So anyway,
I was thinking so hard to not sneeze.
Well, let's piss.
I don't feel good either.
Let's piss some people off.
All right, Roe v. Wade leak.
The leak, damn it, the leak.
It's perfect timing for that to come out, and it's like seriously perfect timing.
Oh, the
like,
time.
I mean that in all sarcasm.
No, the timing is suspect as hell. That's why I think it was a leak that was organized by the Democratic Party. Certainly members. I'm not going to say the whole party, but members of the Democratic Party.
Right before a November.
In a midterm election, when there were some this is what pisses me off. So there is so much misinformation when it comes to abortion laws on both sides. Like, this is ridiculous. I can't remember who. Like, just the other day, somebody was like, well, they just made abortion illegal in Utah. And the first words out of my mouth was, no, they can't. They haven't overturned Roe versus Wade yet. And then, sure enough, quick Google search.
Texas has made it fully illegal.
They can't, though. That's the thing. They can't.
State-wise, they can.
No, they can't, because all somebody has to do is file a suit in a Texas court that will put a stop order on the law. They cannot do that while Roe v. Wade is still.
I'm wrong. I think they did it past a certain amount of weeks.
Correct. That's what they did.
Can do that.
Yes, they can do that.
And I have no problem with that. And at the end of the day, all I say with abortion is don't use it for birth control. Past that, do your thing, you know, like, but if you're using it for birth control, come on, man, there are other ways to get around shit. And accidents do happen, and I understand that, you know, but like, seriously, it's like if you have 3 accidents in a month, I mean, it's time to close them. Shut down the fucking.
I shouldn't have laughed at that. Just the way you phrased it. If you have 3 accidents in a month, it's like time to buy diapers. God damn it!
At the end of the day, you know, I don't know if I'm pro-choice or, I mean, I'm obviously pro-life, but I don't know if I don't know what to say I am. I wish people would just not use it as birth control. Because
but the reason, because I can't either, and it's because, though, I lack critical information to make an informed decision. Now, for a long time, I considered myself staunchly pro-choice, but then I was listening to a random video Ben Shapiro did, and he brought up the Constitution, and I went, fuck. Because he's right. The Constitution, well, the key word there being life. Now, okay, I'm not, personally speaking, I do believe that a fetus is alive, but I also don't know at what point that starts. And I sure as hell don't have the authority to make that decision for anyone other than myself and maybe the mother of the child of my child. You know what I'm saying? But Ben does have a point. The Constitution defends life. Now, what we don't know is the scientific answer to the question. Yeah, and everyone has a belief, but there are some people out there that honestly, like, honest to God, believe that a baby is not alive until it passes through the birth canal, which is fucking stupid. I will say that on the podcast with zero problem. If you think that birth is what causes a fetus to be alive, you are a fucking moron, and you should go ahead and just fucking just go ahead and shove your face in the fucking sand, because you're obviously already there. Either there or go ahead and shove your face up your ass, because that's where it belongs.
Abortion is illegal in many countries.
Oh, far more. Oh, it's illegal in several European countries, which nobody talks about.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about.
And you know, it's a tough subject.
It's a very tough subject.
People get so heated about it instead of just rationalizing their side. It's just be like, listen, like, they don't have a good enough reason. And
It's
I mean, on the other side, I mean, if their reason is this, then it's like, I don't know. You go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say it's also hard to rationalize because every situation's different. You all right there, buddy?
Sorry.
I mean, every situation's different, so it's very hard to draft a universal law, which is honestly why, on a practical level, I am okay with it being left up to the states. But then you have people that are going to be too far to one side that they will try to ban, and this would happen. There are some states where people would try to ban it outright under any circumstances, and I just think that is
several of them.
That's just so unapologetically ignorant to not even second guess yourself enough to think maybe there are situations where this might be legitimate.
You got to have situational choice. That's where it all comes into place. You know,
right?
Mother's life, rape, incest.
Right, but there are people who honestly,
like
but there are people out there who are pushing legislation or trying to push legislation that do not allot for those things, and that's a fact. And again, these people belong in the same camp as the people that believe the birth canal magically creates birth. You can go ahead and just shove your face up your ass so that nobody has to listen to you talk.
Listen.
At the very least, it'd be.
I'm gonna give a little TMI, but I've been pulling out my entire life, and I can count the 2 times I left it in.
Yeah, because you have 2 kids.
They're in the other room. That's the 2 times.
Okay, so
everyone's like, yeah, but that doesn't work for everybody. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking potent.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
I was like bullseye. I was like, you're pregnant.
Oh, fuck. I have literally watched someone, to prove a point, they took a condom, right? They stuck their hand almost to their elbow and then did this. It didn't fucking break. Dude, I don't give a fuck how big you think your
little dick is not gonna break.
No. and then so I did not witness this, but somebody told me about it when they were in high school. It was in the health class at another high school, not ours. And somebody thought he was being a smartass and was like, "Well, if you double wrap it, you know, it's just an added layer of protection." And then the teacher looked at him stone faced. It's like, it's still not going to make it fit you, buddy. So wow,
it's friction.
Teacher burn. Not to mention the friction burn. That was good. I thought that was phenomenal. And then the point that I make almost every time somebody brings it up, no matter what position they're on, is it's like, okay, I'm not a universalist in many, many things, and abortion is certainly not one of them. But you cannot deny that in 2022, it has never been easier to not get someone pregnant. It's never been easier. We've got
because of all this consent and then
that's
prophylactics.
I'm talking strictly prophylactics.
I know, but like the whole consent thing. I mean, that if you consent to something, obviously you're in your right state of mind. So obviously you're gonna be able to like think about stuff as you're doing it. And it's like, yeah, people get in the heat of passion, this and that, and they don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose the. They don't want to, lose the intensity of their encounter. And I'm like, yeah, you know what really makes you fucking lose intensity of an encounter? A fucking loaded diaper.
So
if you don't like kids that much, get your shit clipped.
Well, so I was going to go through the list, but that
can be reversed.
I was going to go through the list, and so number 1, vasectomy.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Number 1, vasectomy. You've got condoms. You got hormonal birth control. You've got birth control implants, both in I think in utero would be the correct term, and then you have the kind that you could get in the arm. Which for all you girls who get the ones in the arm, fucking kudos, because I've seen a video of that sumbitch going in, and you deserve a goddamn medal.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Oh no
for
shit.
People raw, dog.
So not the point. Or that, and you could do what I did for years, which was use condoms and pull out.
I mean, that's the safest fucking
I
way.
was a smidge paranoid. Just a smidge.
I would say so because for one, I mean, you're already married, but therefore, like, to be locked in with that,
That's locked in for real. And then two, so I'm going to do something for the ladies. I'm going to dispel once and for all.
You don't always have to fuck her hard.
In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Yes, it is. Anyway, I will forever.
Did not mean to snort.
I am going to forever dispel. I'm going to take. You know what? I'm in a giving mood tonight. So, ladies, I'm going to give you two. I am going to forever dispel the myth of blue balls and that condoms just ruin it. Which one do you want first?
Blue balls.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I don't want blue balls.
Okay, so here's the
They
thing.
don't exist.
Exactly. But let's hypothetically, for the sake of argument, pretend that they do.
Baby, I need to get off.
So here's the thing, ladies. If you paid attention to your elementary school health class when they went over this shit the first time, because I remember this shit, Ruth Lilly Center, I don't even know if it still exists. Anyway, if a man does not ejaculate assisted, it happens on its own. The body automatically expels semen. That's what a wet dream is. It's a figure of speech, but you know what I'm saying. So if your boyfriend pulls this shit on you, you can call bullshit and immediately break up with him because he's an ass. Oh, baby, it hurts so bad. There's a white cat outside. It drives my dog insane. It's only this white cat. I think the white cat, literally, the first time it came up to the window, went like this. Shut up. Anyway. So if your boyfriend pulls this shit, you can simultaneously call him a bitch. You have my blessing from men everywhere, real men everywhere. You can call him a bitch to his face, and then you can break up with him because he's a fucking tool. Oh, baby, it hurts if I don't come. Well, fucker, rub one out then. Shut up. I'm defending females. Because if your boyfriend tries to pull that shit, he's trying to manipulate you, and he's a bitch. Now, second, the whole condom thing. Maybe if you have a tiny dick, a condom might ruin it. Now, I think men and women everywhere will agree that condoms they affect it, but I wouldn't say they ruin it. And frankly, I'd much rather wear a condom than have an unexpected child or fucking herpes. Because, genital warts will ruin the experience too, in a lot worse way. So again...
Yeah, that's another thing. STDs, like, these people, I'm like, do
you
not care
fucking
about AIDS and everything
condoms.
Now?
Use fucking condoms.
Like I said, we understand accidents happen, but so if you get AIDS, who are you gonna?
I don't know if you can. I've seen people make. I've seen people. Yeah.
It's not as relevant.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I've seen people make balloon animals out of condoms. So I don't fucking buy it. I don't fucking buy it. I don't. I've seen it. They fucking work. And I think the only reason they say that they don't work, the only reason they don't say they work 100% of the time is because they know there are fucking morons out there and insurance liability. Some lawyers like, it has to be like 97% because there are morons out there that are going to not put it on all the way or some shit. And ironically, these are the people that will breed more than any. That's how Idiocracy happened, remember? All the smart people were like, well, we're just not financially set. And the fucking Hilljack's like, damn it! You told me you wore a condom! Anyway. So.
Alright, am I okay? My internet switched on me.
You appear to be.
Okay, just checking. That was weird. I have two connections now, and it was swapped on its own. I was like, don't you do that to me.
That is suspect. Just like it's suspect that for the first time in history, like I said, a draft decision from the Supreme Court, which, by the way, I'm going to throw some shit at the mass news media for a second. All of your fucking headlines said Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. And then only 3 paragraphs down in most cases did it say it was a draft decision and that no decision has actually been reached. So fuck all of you, fuck your bosses, fuck the companies that fund you. And
That
just
shit right there is just why the media is distrusted so much. All of them, every bit of
Yes.
them, all of them reported that.
it has literally gotten so bad that honestly, if I see an email, if I see a headline, I believe the opposite. I just go forward assuming that I'm being lied to.
Did you see that Steven Crowder called out Tucker Carlson?
No, I did not see that.
I can't remember what it was for, but it was funny. I was like, oh man, the left was eating itself alive. Is the right going to start eating itself alive now?
Oh, I've got news for you. The right's been eating its.
Pretty quiet.
So, and here's the other thing. Well, I said we weren't going to get on the morality of abortion, but it's kind of unavoidable. I will say this much, even though I am personally on the fence, and at the end of the day, I will never be a woman. Well, I don't think I'll ever be a woman, but apparently that's so. Okay, that's perfect segue.
You cannot have a baby, so therefore, even if you are a woman or you are a trans woman, you still literally cannot have a fucking uterus implanted because, for one, your pelvis will fucking snap if you ever had a baby in there. Your body will treat it as a fucking cancer and it will fucking destroy it, and it's just not gonna work because it's against biology. And the human body is very wonderful. I know, right?
Just
You know, it's... I don't know, but just common sense has left the fucking conversation.
well, until this happened, because now all of a sudden women are women again. That was the first. That was the first thing I fucking noticed.
Except in what was it? A woman actually just came out against, and they said, "Look, I don't have a problem with trans, but they need to have a trans league," and it was some type of.
That's old news. That's old news.
It was just.
Oh, that idea is kind of old news, and we're not going to get off topic on that. But I will say that I think that depends on the sport. Certainly combat sports, but anyway, back to. But yeah, so apparently biological women are women again, and yeah. One other surprising fact that I learned during this whole mess was I found out that at least as far as the numbers I saw, the vast majority of pro-lifers are actually women. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense, but I guess I just never thought of it that way.
There's a lot of men that aren't pro-life, you know.
Well, yeah, imagine that men wouldn't...
So they don't have to take responsibility and raise a kid and then pay for that child.
Fucking shocker right there. And I'm gonna this might get me in trouble. This is my toxic masculinity coming out. I love how men can have an opinion as long as it's pro-choice.
Oh, but if it's pro-life?
Well,
oh no.
But all these dudes, at least literally any dude that I've seen that is like hardcore pro-choice, are fucking male feminist weasel motherfucking bitches who are they're just trying to get laid. That's all they're trying to do. It's like, oh yeah, baby, I support your right to choose. You want to know a dirty little secret, fellas? I mean, I'm sure there are some chicks out there that's going to get them hot. Most women, if you say that to their face, are going to look at you like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's not going to be an issue, sir. it's not going to be a problem. Not with us, anyway. It's all these... and then, who is that fuck that I kept seeing on... Well, YouTube and TikTok, that fucking dork that had his hair half colored. I think it was for Ukraine, but half of it was like blue and half of it was yellow, but it looked green because he must have had darker hair. And he's screaming in front of this Texas City Council or state council. He's like, and rights to abortions. He literally said, he was screaming at them, and this is a full-grown adult man. Well, full-grown adult male. And he's screaming like a child and literally says that these people don't care about their kids, and then fucking says that they need to protect girls' rights to abortions. It's like, how can you be that fucking stupid? To say those two contradictory statements in the same sentence and it not even register.
You know, my theory in all this Roe v. Wade getting overturned, because you got to think the majority of the entire White House, the entire oh my God, I can't. I'm not here today. The entirety is overwhelming Democrat.
Right now,
So
yes.
therefore, if Roe v. Wade gets overturned, it's because people are voting for it, and they either have something in place, because Roe v. Wade, wasn't it just a was it just a executive order?
No. It's a Supreme Court decision that gives Kate. What's the actual legal term? Fuck. I keep wanting to say precedence, but I think I'm wrong on the term.
Okay, but regardless, the verbiage in it does not specify when an
No,
abortion is going to take place.
It grants federal protection for abortion, but it leaves it's kind of a half-ass. It was very much a kick the can down the road sort of thing, where it says that, like, yes, like, how do I phrase this properly? States cannot deny abortion rights, but they can decide the terms. Is essentially, there's more to it than that, but that's essentially what Roe versus Wade.
You know, if that's the way it was, actually interpreted, and that's the way they did it, wouldn't have a problem.
I mean, that's pretty much how it's been interpreted, though.
Because, like, you know, if they said like 6 weeks to 8 weeks, and some people are like, well, I never know if I'm pregnant for like 3 months. I'm like, how do you not know?
Well, I'm not
gaining weight. There are exceptions.
I'm not touching that one.
So I know, but those exceptions are so small and few and far between. That's like the whole mother's life, rape, incest. Those are less than 0.1% of all abortions. All abortions are
Most of them are financial.
I'm not ready to have a child. And it's like, well, then you're not ready to fucking blow a nut.
I'm not even that. I just, again, going back to the whole thing, I think that, you know, it's not 1972.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not, no. I'm wrong on that. I'll be first to admit. What I'm saying is there are plenty of options. And if you're fucking in a drunken stupor, I'm sorry, I've been almost blackout drunk and still said no to a girl.
I didn't see that, but I've seen you blackout drunk, and you were not helping.
Very coherent and normal.
I was actually kind of surprised because you did. You were like, "How many of these have I had?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Me neither.
He said he stopped counting like 17.
I did. I stopped counting very deep because I thought you were gonna stop. Anyway. Shit, I was going somewhere with that.
That's not a good thing either, people. Don't drink a lot. It's not good for you.
But
I
dude,
don't drink much anymore.
Dude, it was at your house.
Yeah, exactly.
We were not out in public, and I guarantee.
Regardless, though, that much alcohol can probably make someone sick. But I'm a very large man, and I have a very good metabolism. I just like to eat a lot.
He can fucking hold it. I was impressed.
Like, I was flying my drone with Rayleigh earlier, not her on it, and I picked it up, and the blades cut me open, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get a coughing fit though. Not like that.
I remember where I was going with this. So you were talking about how the majority of the White House. My theory, and I really hope I'm wrong on this because. But I don't. I don't think I am. And when you hear this will be another "I told you so" moment that I hope I'm wrong about. It's actually in like a very evil way. It's a very good plan. So here's what I'm thinking. They pull this shit. They release the draft decision because it looks like the Supreme Court is going to go that way. It's a midterm election. The Democratic Party wants to maintain power. So, but here, it's twofold, man. They can't lose. Honestly, they can't lose. And here's how it's going to go. They're going to use it as a running platform through 2022. If they retain power, they're going to keep it as a running platform unless the Supreme Court does something all the way through 2024 to help the Democratic Party stay in power then. And all of you people on more of the left, I implore you, don't let yourself be fooled by this. If you want to vote Democrat because you vote Democrat because you believe in the party, that's one thing. But if you're voting strictly on this abortion rights platform, really, really think about this, please, as a personal favor to me. Because Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, just one thought. Vote policy. Don't vote party.
Well, not even one policy. That's what I'm saying. Because like you may,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like all policy, like research their policy. If it aligns with what you believe in and you believe to be sound, vote for that. You don't have to fucking vote red, blue, green, orange, gold, whatever. Pick what fits you. My God, it's not that hard.
so here's what I think they're doing though. So they're gonna use this as a platform because let's be real. The Democrats have a majority in Congress. They can likely pass this legislation. They might need more actually because there might be enough Republican resistance to stop it, but this is their goal for 2022. So if the Democrats maintain majority in Congress and are able to take both houses of Congress, you're not going to see an abortion protection bill unless the Supreme Court votes to overturn it. But if they do, and the Democrats have a congressional majority, and they'll still have a president until 2024, technically 2025, but you know what? The election year is 2024. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep this as a running platform all the way as long as they can, honestly. Because as long as Roe v. Wade exists, they don't really need to do anything else. But if the Supreme Court votes to overturn Roe v. Wade and they have enough support in Congress and they're really, really hoping that the Supreme Court doesn't act on this until after the 2022 elections, in my theory, because they want to get more support in Congress so they have the numbers. Because if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, they will pass through a federal abortion protection bill so fast. And this is how evil I honestly think they are. Let's say hypothetically that let's say January of 2023, the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade. You will not see that abortion protection law, even if they have both houses of Congress and the numbers to do it, you still won't see it until after 2024. Because they're going to use that to run and try to maintain a Democratic president.
Biden already said he's going to run again.
That stupid fuck. He's going to lose. Democrats, listen to me. I can't believe I'm giving you free advice. If you want to win the presidential election in 2024, do not let that fucker run.
Listen, you want to know something funny?
Actually, Democrats, please let Joe Biden run.
Instagram has my whole fucking, like, it's not my feed. It's like, you know, when you click a video and then you scroll down and it goes to like just random videos.
Yeah.
Has been nothing but conservative shit, and holy fucking shit. Like, everybody's like speaking up and like actually on their conservatives, like, because you know how conservatives were 10 years ago. They didn't fucking say anything, and that's their problem. Like, oh, it's fine, no, let's do whatever. And it's like, no, speak the fuck up. If you believe in something, speak the fuck up.
Yeah, speak up.
But anyway, November is gonna be like a fucking 16-year-old who hasn't had her period for like a month, and it's going to be the biggest red wave ever, and then she's going to be thankful she wasn't pregnant. I hate to say it, like I don't even care at this point anymore. I'm like, listen, if y'all motherfuckers get to work on inflation and work on getting everything put back to normal, like
they won't.
Normal-ish. That's my problem. They keep bitching about all this fun stuff, you know, hell, the abortion fact, you know, this and that, and then fucking gas prices and this and that. I'm like, okay, you're saying a lot of stuff, but you're doing nothing.
Well, and see, isn't
both sides right now? You're doing nothing.
Well, and see, isn't that just the perfect distraction?
Yes, there's something else going on always.
And this was true under Trump too. I'm not picking on the Democrats here.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's always something else going on. Yeah. But I think Trump at least was Trump would just tweet something. You say, did you see what mean nickname I gave to some other politician this week?
Well, but regardless though, he wasn't able to even talk to the media because they would spin his words.
Right.
So he had to stick to fucking social media to get what he wanted to say out. And sometimes the stuff is like,
well, and frankly,
some of the stuff was funny as shit.
Well, and let me say, I do respect Donald Trump's trolling ability, but he got off on that. There's no denying it.
I want to know if he actually controls his Twitter or he has people that control it.
I think he does, because some of that was so Trump.
Yeah.
At the very least, he would if people were running his Twitter for him, he would be like, type this. But
Elon Musk said he would reverse it.
I think he should. I think the fact that because here's the thing, and again, this is why I just don't respect the Democratic Party's thinking process. Donald Trump on Twitter was your best friend.
Yeah.
All you had to do was
get rid of him.
All you had to do was point. That's all you had to do. It gave you the fucking election. That and COVID. Trump's Twitter and COVID gave Joe Biden the presidency.
And you guys getting rid of him literally just was stupid because it made you look so guilty because he didn't really get taken away for nothing.
Trump's...
they tried, the whole January 6th bullshit, It's like they're coming out now and they're saying, and even security guards are literally coming out and saying, I mean, they were just walking in. They weren't doing anything crazy.
Well, they were. They were. But
were they at? I don't know.
I was watching it live. They were tangling with police. There was some pretty crazy shit. But that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about Trump's Twitter. And literally, Trump's campaign people, when they banned him on Twitter, I bet all of them were like, fuck, why didn't you do this 2 years ago? If they banned Trump from Twitter 2 years prior to that, he probably still would have won the fucking election.
Honestly, if fucking COVID wouldn't have happened.
COVID, yeah, I believe that too. I think if COVID hadn't happened, Trump would still be president.
I mean, for one, I'm not gonna try to say I told you so.
For better,
go to fill up your gas.
For better or worse. Yeah, and I honestly don't know the answer. Well, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that.
We were getting to a better place.
We were at a much better place.
I'm just saying, like, we were at a good place in 2020. And then we were getting to an even better place.
Especially all things considered.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. All things considered, we were doing pretty good.
People can say all they want and say, oh, it was Obama's choices and this and that. It's like, but at the end of the day, when a Democrat got back into the White House, what happened? We went back to shit. I'm not saying all Democrats are bad because they're not.
In record time.
Tulsi Gabbard is a fucking wonderful person for the most part.
Tulsi Gabbard is a dino.
Yeah, she really is. She seems more Republican or even libertarian.
The fact that she's still a member of the Democratic Party, I don't just like. They don't want you.
She says she's trying to save it, and I'm like,
it's not savable.
The fucking sinking ship.
It's not savable, and frankly, I don't think the Republican Party is savable either. They're just too massively overgrown to die.
Well, that's the problem with the libertarians too, and any other ones. It's because
the fucking libertarians argue with each other more than they do the other parties.
Right, and it's like, don't get me wrong. This is the thing I want to say. All of them, at the end of the day, have good ideas. Not all of them. And if they would work, I know these words fall upon people, but if they would work together.
Well, and that was going to be my closing thought, but I guess it works here. Like we are fully capable of coming together and reaching compromises that most people will be content with. I'm not even going to say happy with, but content with. Because here's the thing. I firmly believe, I don't think you're going to get rid of abortion even if it's illegal. But I do love the fact that not only has the narrative of my body, my choice changed depending on what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Along with
VAX.
Along with, now you can tie it to the gun control debate too, because now it's like, well, if you make it illegal, nobody will do it. Really? That's not what you're saying about abortions.
Is it really though?
Is it really though? Because I don't think we've come too far. Like the Pandora's box has been opened, the fruit has been eaten, Prometheus has given us fire. It's not going away.
You can't backtrack now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Cat's out of the bag. I'm thinking of other cliches, but like it's out. It's out. You can't put it back in.
The genie's out of the bottle, man.
The glass has been broken. It cannot be put back together.
No.
Pinocchio's a real boy now. You can't go back to being a puppet. I don't think that one actually exists.
It won't do any good.
I don't think that one actually exists, but I just made it up, so it exists now. But that being said, like, I also don't think you should have free reign. Much like I don't think we should be giving AR-15s to 5-year-olds. I think that's ridiculous. Well, I mean, it depends on the 5-year-old.
No, it's no 100%. It really does. Like, you know, I don't mean 5-year-old. I mean like
I'm being facetious.
You know,
oh, dude, an 8-year-old.
There are a lot of them that go out and
It's gonna knock him not with an AR. That's gonna knock him the fuck over.
I've never shot one, so I couldn't tell you.
It's gonna knock an 8. It's gonna knock an 8-year-old over. Dude, we should go shoot some ARs sometime because they're a lot of fun.
About this for a long time.
They're a lot of fun.
They're more expensive now.
Oh fuck yeah, it is. Everything's more expensive. I wonder if rubber bullets are cheaper.
Those things are a bitch. Like I've seen people get shot with them, and like it's like I'd rather die.
No, I'll take rubber bullets any day of the week.
Yeah, shoot me, baby.
I'd rather take none of them, but. And we're not going to get into guns either because that's a whole nother topic, and frankly, it's a little bit insensitive today. So.
Fuck that shit. That's the problem, dude. I was watching. I was actually going to text you about this, but have you seen Ricky Gervais' new stand-up?
No, I have not.
It's on Netflix. Do yourself a favor.
I shall. I didn't know he had a new one.
And he touches on like everything that we're pretty much talking about, and it's fantastic the way he words it. He's like, I don't give a shit. But and then literally the argument I made earlier about the putting a uterus into a man's body and then it attacking the uterus because it's a foreign object and it's not going to accept it because for one his DNA is way different. But anyway, with the baby breaking the pelvis, that was in the stand-up. So I have to credit Ricky Gervais. I stole it.
Oh, you fucking wanker. Anyway.
I don't care.
So
I don't care.
So, but yes, I don't think this was a rogue whistleblower because, again, here's the other part of this. This is another reason why I think it's part of the evil empire because could you imagine, let's imagine for one moment here that that the Supreme Court had leaked a document, say, I'm trying to think of a good example. Something that the Republicans would... Oh, wait. Republicans do support this. Yeah. Okay. Well, shit. No, that's not a good example. Oh, okay. Fuck. I can't think right now. Anyway, let's just say that somebody had leaked a Supreme Court document that the Democrats would have been for, and now it gave awareness to the opposition party to do something about it.
They'd be all over this.
We'd already have the fucker in jail. He or she would already be behind bars.
This is just how
it's there. I don't even think they're taking advantage of this, though. I think they're behind it. I really, really do. Because I think they're all fucking evil, lying, conniving sons of bitches or daughters of bitches. We don't want to discriminate. Except against the bitches, anyway.
I got bitches all on my dick, licking on my balls.
But he's wearing a condom because he's proactive and safe.
Yeah, my body, my choice.
Which, by the way, gentlemen, I'm gonna level with you guys too. Listen, just have condoms with you, and if you don't, your dick's not gonna fall off. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You don't have to have sex that night.
No. And there's nothing wrong with a BJ.
Exactly. There are things. What's the bit from 40-Year-Old Virgin? It's like there are several alternatives. There's masturbation, play with yourself. That's good. Mutual masturbation, play with a friend. That's. There's oral sex. Oh yeah, there's.
It's such a great movie.
There are options.
There are options.
But raw dogging it when you're drunk is never a good idea. Unless it's your wife that you love dearly. And if you decided, and if you were to get pregnant, it wouldn't be that big of a problem.
Shit. I tell you what, I got 2 of them. I ain't want no more.
Don't want no more.
I've already gained 30 years in my hair.
What's my
I got,
excuse? I don't have kids.
I got Pepper. You own a business. That's stressful
No,
enough.
no fucking shit. And plus, nobody told me that owning a pit bull was like owning a 100-pound toddler.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, you got a pity now.
Yeah, he's super needy. He's just like.
Oh,
He's just
dude,
like
not that I need privacy from a dog, but like, it just doesn't exist.
That night that
It's not a
hung
thing.
out, literally, Momus was just back and forth all over us.
All over.
I was like, look, dog, I really like you.
I tell her all the time, like, I love you, but I need your ass to be elsewhere. Like, literally, if you own a pit bull, you know, if they're not within generally speaking, she pretty well has to be touching me in some form, or at the very least, right next to me. That's why I like my cat. He comes out every once in a while.
Dude, we've gained 2 subscribers today.
Fuck yeah! Do we know when?
1 or 2, I'm not sure. We're at 64 now.
Fuck yeah!
Let's go.
We knew it would happen eventually.
Yeah, and it's slowly getting there. Like I said, I want to say the conservative movement, but I don't even 100% think I'm 100% conservative. And honestly, you have some conservative values, but therefore, like, you're also still very social.
I'm a mixed bag.
Yeah, so am I. But there are certain things that I have my reasons and thoughts like that, and it has nothing to do with religion. This man knows.
Yeah, no, I believe in freedom, but I don't believe in freedom trumping other people's freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's
freedom.
I mean, 99% of the time when it comes to any law, like, I don't really give a fuck because it doesn't affect me. I'm just a fan of freedom.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've always said. If it does not affect me directly, I don't care. And then that's what a lot of people's thing with the whole abortion is. And it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, you should always stand up for certain things. You don't have to stand up for everything. But the whole, like, trans people, if they want to go and get a surgery or do this or that, have at it. But if you're under 18, no.
I'm not paying for it.
No, and that's another thing is.
But I'm also like I'm also not paying.
Paid for.
No, I'm not paying for breast augmentations either.
That's an elective surgery. So therefore, no.
But that's
if
getting
your insurance wants to pay for it. Fine.
That's getting that's getting off topic though.
Yeah, I know. We're really good, Jack.
We're really good, Jack. So in
see, ladies, mock that sound.
Oh my god!
Just like swallow the gravy. Getting kicked off for sure. That was really bad. We're getting a strike.
We'd have gotten it by now. Oh no, we didn't get our strike until after the live stream was over. Oh! Oh, we turned the microphone off.
All right.
That's handy on that headset.
Oh yeah, this is a nice headset, man. This was a good buy.
I think we are.
Good stopping point.
I think we're derailing. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I'm not trying to cough all over the place. I've actually done fairly well holding it back.
Alrighty. Well, buddy, do you have anything to add?
Just do you.
I do not. I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I hope I'm wrong.
No,
but...
I don't mean you. I mean people with their decisions. It's like, just do you. At the end of the day, like, everyone can have their opinion, but honestly, I feel bad for people who want to have abortions for just birth control. But at the end of the day, I don't know about most of them, and 99% of the things out of sight, out of mind. It's not gonna bug me.
Yeah, because
I can
honestly,
I,
at the end of the day, in all likelihood, that decision will not affect me personally either way.
I would just hope somebody would have the I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would hope that somebody who is thinking about aborting a baby that's like almost 9 months old in the womb, you would rethink your position. Like that's a full grown baby. Like my son was born 6 weeks early, and so therefore he was a month and 2 weeks early. So therefore he was only 7 months and two whatever that is, you know. But regardless, no, it's not that. It's a little well. I'm stupid.
Well, but that brings up a good point though, because it
And he was
depends.
fully fine in NICU for 1 week just with jaundice, and he had to be under a Billy Light. And I'm just saying, so
Well, that's what I'm saying, because it depends on what your perspective is, because I may be wrong on the timeline. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but like let's assume for the sake of argument that a 6-month-old fetus can live outside the womb with support.
yeah,
If you want the baby, then 6 months is completely viable with help,
yep,
as opposed to some people in the pro-abortion camps, which I'm not going to say pro-abortion because I don't think anyone, well, I think the vast majority of people, I don't think anyone is pro-abortion. I think they're pro-choice. Like it falls into a necessary evil category for a lot of people. I'm sure there are sick fucks out there somewhere that just like the idea of killing babies, but they are certainly not in the majority.
no.
A 6-month-old fetus to some people might be like, yeah, cool, it's not a person yet. It just depends on your perspective.
And that's the thing. Just because a small group of people have that perspective doesn't make it right.
Right, but it also doesn't make them wrong because we don't know.
No, it's not that we don't know. Come on, man. Six months old in there.
Okay,
viable.
I agree with you. I'm just saying there's no
I know.
concrete.
You're trying to give both sides. I understand what you're doing.
Well, and how I've always come down is like, to me, the line, for me personally, the line is like, could this fetus live outside the womb with some assistance?
Yeah.
To me, that's the line. And I could be completely wrong. I don't presume to know.
I mean, have you heard of tubal? No, it's not tubal. Yeah, tubal pregnancy.
Mm-mm.
That's a pregnancy that happens outside of the womb, and it's actually in I believe the fallopian tubes. And
yes.
It like 99% of the time will kill the mother.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that baby can be moved out of there and put into a surrogate or into her womb. In what is it? In vitro or whatever. I don't. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
In vitro is different from that.
That's
it's more of a transplant.
Yeah, that's fertilization.
Yeah.
But there again,
I
this
was
is
speaking out my ass with what I've heard. I could very well be wrong.
yeah, because I'm not a doctor. I just played one on the internet that one time.
Yeah. Johnny Sins.
No, it's not that. It wasn't no porno. Not the doctor. That was the lawyer.
He's talented.
Are you telling?
He's taken a lot of school.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to see my briefs?
Oh man.
Just kidding. I've never been in a porno. I have played a doctor on the internet once though, but it was not sexual.
Played a juggalo.
Was that on the? That wasn't on the internet though.
No, I wish I could find that.
Oh, dude, I know that would be
Why
priceless.
not? That was your line. Why not?
Why not?
And I was Violent J, you were Shaggy, and I was like, "Hey Richie, you want to try some of this delicious Faygo?" And Alex is like, "I don't drink this Faygo," and you're like, "Why not?"
Why not?
We had some girly ass voices then.
Why not? Oh, 'twas the good old days. But we're derailing, so
Yeah.
welcome back, Average Intelligence Podcast. This was probably a horrible idea, but on a positive note, Top Gun Maverick was really fucking good.
I haven't seen it yet.
And we will close with that because I wasn't thinking about Roe versus Wade at all when I was watching that movie. I wasn't thinking about anything other than fuck, this is awesome.
People get so caught up in everything and they can't even enjoy life.
Exactly, people. You know what? When you find that politics is stressing you out,
just
go visit OMG CBD, load up on some edibles, go to the movies.
Columbus, Indiana.
Get some fucking gummy edibles. Pop half of one?
Maybe.
A quarter.
It depends on your tolerance.
A quarter, like the ear. Just pop the ear, go watch a movie.
We have
I will say
we have Nerds rope and Oreos.
Grab a Nerds rope.
They're called Stonios.
Grab some Stonios, smuggle them some bitches in the theater, go see Top Gun Maverick, and I swear it will be a religious experience.
Bring a lot of popcorn, just saying.
Oh man, I'm telling you, and go see it in Dolby because holy shit.
Oh man.
Dude,
That's
it's
what
not
I'm saying. Why's gas gotta be so fucking expensive, and why does good theaters have to be so far away from me?
Well, because you don't have an AMC around Columbus? Oh, you do, but it's not a
shitty seats and not Dolby.
I couldn't believe it when we went to go see Dragon Ball. I was like, where the fuck are the good seats?
Yeah, dude, that's what I was bummed about when I saw it. I was like, there's no fucking recliner.
I was like, this is a goddamn ripoff.
This is a big enough city, dude. Redo your motherfucking shit and get some recliner seats.
Get some recliner seats.
You fucking wankers.
Anyway, it's a perfect opportunity to sign off. So, if you're still with us, thank you very much for enjoying this, well, not really enjoying, but viewing this episode of the Average Intelligence Podcast and not setting fires to our house for simply having an opinion.
Yeah.
If you'd like to continue to support the podcast, you can do so directly at anchor.fm, which is one of our many audio streaming platforms. You can support us directly there if you so choose, or you can enjoy the audio version of this podcast because, let's face it, it's probably going to be pulled off YouTube. On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, Audible, Stitcher, Anchor, Radio Now. There's always like one or two of the little guys that I can't fucking remember. And then if you want to, yeah, it's on everything, as Conor McGregor would fucking say. And also,
my DMs.
And also, you can directly support the podcast by checking out the official merchandise store, which is located, link in the description below. You can get kick-ass t-shirts and hoodies from your favorite, well, one of your favorite, hopefully one of your favorite podcasts, especially our 2 new subscribers. You know who you are. You love us. I don't know who you are, but you love us.
We love you.
And you should like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share all the videos. Just share all of them. Send them to family, friends, people you don't like. And they'll be, what the fuck is this? And just be like, just watch it, fucker.
And thank you for enjoying the clips, too.
Yes, send the clips, because the clips are... I am still pissed off that our highest... Actually, I think it's our highest rated video. Not just clips, but our highest rated video ever is the fucking Power Rangers one.
Oh, yeah, Austin St. Johnson, whatever his name is.
I'm really pissed off that it's that Power Rangers video, though, because I was really hoping it would be the one that I clipped where Ben is very, very serious, and he's like, do you know what his weapon is? And I just go, his giant fucking dick. And Eric fucking loses it, and Ben's still trying to explain it, and we're just dying over here. Because the joke was, Eric had mentioned earlier in the podcast that there was some rumor that Austin St. John had done gay porn.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, in his giant fucking dick. And then personally, my favorite clip that we've ever done is same podcast. The one, though, where somehow, some way we got on the subject of Japan, and I explained where some of the things you can buy in vending machines in Japan. And Eric, just after being silent the whole time, goes, I just want a fucking cheeseburger.
Because Ben had food.
That was a really good podcast.
That was a fun one.
I told Nick, Nick. I told Nick that when we do another nerd subject, he is more than welcome to join us. So we shall do that. But anyway, I think we got all the announcements out of the way. The sponsor has been identified. Yeah, it's disappearing. The edible's kicking in.
I can't see. There we go.
See, the edibles are so good that he actually thinks he's at the beach right now.
I am at the beach, dude.
Exactly. Look, see my point?
The wind. It just.
You two realize that the wind's blowing the other way, right?
I don't know.
Anyway. So everybody, in these times of great woe and confusion, just remember this. Just fuck the government. I mean, don't actually have sex with them, because they probably won't wear a condom.
Oh, and
they'd have to vote on it.
This is completely a side subject, but congratulations to my nephew for graduating high school. He graduated today.
Good job, bud.
Yeah, he got his diploma, and I wasn't able to. I had to miss it because I'm sick.
Well, good on him.
My mom has emphysema, so or no, COPD.
COPD. That makes sense.
Yep. So that makes her vulnerable, and I don't know what I have, and I'm not getting tested. I'm over it. I'll get better eventually.
I'm not getting tested. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's sinus infection, but
you know what's really sad is I completely forgot that I started the podcast, so I'm waiting for you to turn it off. I'm like, we keep going. Anyway, that's all we've got for tonight. Enjoy your Friday evening, what's left of it. And just remember, don't take life too seriously, because it's going to be serious enough at times. It doesn't need your help.
We'll make it out alive anyway.
Exactly. We're all going to die.
And it sucks.
We will probably die at the hands of an angry mob, but we won't have to worry, because at least they won't have tiki torches, because apparently that's what the right wing does.
No.
They'll have actual torches.
I'll just tell them to go to OMG CBD and get some goods, and they'll calm down.
Yeah, everybody will just mellow out. It'll be fine. You should send a care package to Congress.
They need it. I'm pretty sure they're on all kinds of fucking shit.
Oh, they're on the hard shit, though. This stuff doesn't make them relax. They're all booze hounds anyway. You will never see prohibition in this country ever fucking again.
No. Nancy Pelosi, she loves alcohol.
They all do.
I know, but she loves it specifically.
Anyway.
So does her husband. Anyway.
We're going off the air now.